It's been some time since we, last posted an episode, did a live shoot, anything like that. So Wayne was actually out in Iceland, this past week or so, dropping some pretty cool stories on his personal account on Instagram. If you guys happen to be following him or friends with Wayne, go check it out and be mind blown with all the cool stuff that he was up to in Iceland. Back here domestically, we still have some amazing podcasts that we're putting out there for you guys on sports. We've been doing a lot with the NBA recently, and we'll stay on it tonight. If you're with us on YouTube, give us a like, subscribe to the channel. Feel free to comment at any point. We're also on Instagram. You can find us on Google and Apple Podcasts, Spotify as well on podcasts for just the audio portions. But in any case, we'll go over NBA. We had a big free agency period take place a couple weeks back. Lots of signings, some movement. Otherwise, we're just going to go over some of our winners and losers. We may talk about some players that are in trade speculation right now, and then give out any sort of NBA-wide opinions. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to Wayne to talk about maybe one of his first winners of the free agency period.
Yeah, thanks, Pat. I guess in terms of winners for the free agency period so far that we've seen, one of my favorite ones, I think I got to go with the Cavs, right? In terms of, players that I think fit their need and fit into their system, everything that they're trying to build around isn't too expensive. Like all those things considering, you have to go with the Cavs with adding in some shooters in Max Strus and Niang. Like, Niang, one of the top 3-and-D kind of players out there. Strus, sharpshooter, plays good solid D, is tough. So I think both those players fit really right in with what they're trying to do with Cleveland. Garland and Donovan Mitchell, Mobley, right? Just I think those are perfect fits there. Like Okoro, great tough defender, but can't shoot. He just simply can't shoot. So I think adding in that talent does wonders for them, adds some depth. So I think those are some of my favorite ones. And all in all, really good. I think team friendly type of deals for them. So I think those two were I think ones that I was like, those are great signings. Those are great solid signings. They don't have to be splashes in the park, but those are two signings I think, that this Cleveland Cavaliers team is going to be really good. Probably top 3 at least, I think, teams going into next year.
Yeah. No, I definitely had my eye on, the Cavs in general with the Strus sign and trade. I guess with those signings, even bringing back LeVert, where do you think the Cavs are right now in the East? Where do you think they could find themselves just in the standings by year's end next year?
Yeah, I mean, kind of just going off that, it's maybe if, hey, we can talk about this later. It's hey, Lillard joins the Heat. It's hard to not go against the Heat being maybe top 1 or 2 there, maybe 3. And then also the Boston Celtics, they're still one of the most stacked teams in the entire NBA. So, I think that's 1 and 2. But after that, honestly, I don't know what exactly is happening over there with the 76ers. There's a lot of, I think it's still some speculation with James Harden. Do we get rid of him? Do we keep him and all that still? So, and there's still some question marks with the Bucks, I think. Just in terms of injury, they're only getting older, whereas you got the Cavs, young, up-and-coming team, but still kind of hitting that stride, made some strides last year, and then just improving upon that team, adding some vets there with Strus and Niang. So that's where I feel probably top 4 or 3 there is where I anticipate them finishing right now.
Yeah. No, I was thinking 3 or 4. I mean, they're one of those kind of cores and teams that are on the rise, whereas you talk about a team like the Sixers and Bucks, and it's how much more staying power do they have when they're not really, adding any new pieces or, adding new firepower to their mix. It's kind of they're just holding on to what they have, or they're losing, numbers at this point. So, no, I think that's fair. And yeah, I agree with you. I thought the Cavs had a good array of signings there during the period.